Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Greg. I'm going to go over primarily cryptocurrencies, but I wanted to go over the NASDAQ here with you guys and let you know it might be a fake out right here, guys. That NASDAQ's going right above there. Okay. It's going right above there. You see it nice get up in there in that area, start breaching that. It looks like it's going to. You really have to start going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So here's the deal with the NASDAQ, guys, right? Everybody, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So a three-way retrace, and it's probably going to get out there on a 5. That's what I was saying is over here is where a little bit this three-wave 5, and is it going up into a 5-wave move? It looks like it possibly is, guys. So here's the deal. Let's go out to the 12-hour chart. Okay. And the assumption is that it's 5, 3, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down for that C. And it doesn't look like it's going to be doing it, guys. Okay. So maybe there's a bottom here on the NASDAQ, and it has a double bottom, and it's starting to get out of there. You see that? You see that now? The candle body getting above there, guys. And with does it have divergence? It's actually taking it out. Let me check it on an 8-hour. It's actually taking it out. So, yeah, that's the other thing is, too. It's taking it out right there with that divergence, guys. So, let me check a 4-hour. A little bit of divergence right there on the 4-hour. I prefer it's a higher time frame, the better you want to see those divergences, guys. So, that's actually going to be good for Bitcoin. So, it's going to come down in a correction. So, the correction on the NASDAQ, guys, really, you might only just see like a three-way move back down to these areas, maybe not even that low, and also this target right here, and then it could be getting out of there. So that means over here for Bitcoin, guys, check out Bitcoin, right? So we have Bitcoin on this 2-hour chart. Maybe when the NASDAQ does that correction, that'll be enough time for Bitcoin to get its stuff together over here and to get this RSI down where it needs to be in the 2-hour. That's the 2-hour, guys, the 2-hour, okay? And then, go through the different time frames too, the 4 hours up in here. That 4-hour, you want to see it do another run up. You want to see that 4-hour get down there too a little bit, in my opinion, guys. So Gala, let's go over Gala. Gala's being a little pain in the butt, man. One of those assets. It's one of those. It's too bullish, guys. You be careful shorting this. Okay. I'm actually thinking about if the NASDAQ is actually going to be just doing the correction. I'm just starting to think right now, is the risk to reward ratio worth it on Gala, guys? You can't really say it's an ascending wedge. There's a couple things I'm looking at this. It's an ascending wedge type deal. The count that I have on it is that I got a 5 out of that. I think that whole thing right there was the third wave. It came back down here, and then it's making off a wave. I think that was a third, and you still have a thrust up with Gala in there, guys. So if the NASDAQ, here's the thing, guys. If the NASDAQ is going to be, more in bullish, the risk to reward ratio with Gala might not be worth it. But if it does get up near 6 cents with this top up here, that could have been it. That could have been it. So I'm just saying, if it gets up near 6 cents, guys, then it breaks this. You should have at least a retrace on Gala down to those areas of, 35%, which would be a reasonable retrace for Gala. That would be a reasonable retrace for Gala, guys. So really the count that I'm getting out of this is this whole thing was the third wave blast off down. Here's your 1. So this whole thing is like this. Here's your 1. That's your 3, 4, and then up there for your 5. You really, on this daily, guys, you really want to see this. You really want to see that down there like that. Okay, let me show you. Something like that. You really want to see that. With it staying down there, I'm still waiting for a spike. Okay, it does have some bearish signals. It's not even crossed yet on the MACD, but you can see, bearishness, 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 bearishness. But here's the thing is that something like this asset has got all that momentum behind it. I know it seems crazy that it would go to 6 cents, but I would not be surprised. Um, yeah, I still say it's going to shoot up. I could be wrong about that, but if it breaches that trend, you get that trend on there. This is what you can pay attention to. It's a little bit more risk. That trend right there, it comes back down in this area. Once it breaches that, it'll probably come back down, retest it, and then make a drop to these areas, guys. That's what I would think. The other thing is too, for Gala, it could do a serious retrace too, even deeper than that. It's just all going to depend, guys, on this trade. Right here is going to be the target to like 3 cents, 0.038, and then also 0.036. Okay, which is solid. That would be so solid trade, 38, almost 40%. Throw on 5x leverage. You're looking at 3 times your money potentially. You can see the wave in here. You see how this is like a 1. Here's your 1, 2, and then here's a 3. Okay, 3 right here. Down for that 4, and then up for this 5. Here's your flat, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. That could have been it. But it's hard to say if this was the correction or here, or if it's down one more and one more thrust up. That wave did take it out. It just barely took it out. And that's really good enough. But however, like I said, guys, back here on the daily, you really, really want to see that spike a little bit, just like that. You really want to see that. I would feel more comfortable entering in with that than entering in this area and waiting for that. Because how high is it going to go? That's the issue, guys. How high is it going to go? And then also too, this over here with the NASDAQ. Okay. So here's the deal with the NASDAQ. All right. So right now on the NASDAQ, it's well above that. So now you got to go like with that count right there, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, potentially. Okay. And then I'll do a retrace. So that means that the NASDAQ low could have been here. So the NASDAQ, you have, this is probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? It did a wimpy move here because the big cap stocks, your Apples, your Google, your Amazon, your Tesla, they were all going down to form a bottom. And then it did a flat here. And now it's doing a little 5. And it's still struggling because they're all those big assets in the NASDAQ are still struggling, make a bottom, or if they bottom, for an example. That's why we have this mess here in the NASDAQ. And that's what I was checking out with the NASDAQ. So if the NASDAQ is bullish, you start got to go over here. You start got going, wait a second. How bullish is Gala going to be? Is it going to just be a dip down here? Think about that, guys. You want to be careful. Make sure you take your profits, dip down here, and then it starts ripping again. Very well could be doing something like that. So, all right, guys, that's the end of my video. If you made it all the way to the end, do me a huge favor. Drop a like. Hit the subscribe button. Peace.